What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Trophy Room Podcast. I'm your host, your boy Nick, back at it again, episode 12. What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. I'm so glad to be back with y'all. I'm really trying, y'all. This school stuff got me going, but I'm here. I know y'all been ready to talk NBA, NFL, MLB, WNBA, and more. I'm here for it. I'm ready to get to it. All right, man. So we're gonna start off. As always, gotta talk hoops. NBA season is underway. We started the NBA in-season tournament, and that's the first thing I'm gonna talk about. So just to talk about, so I'm not gonna lie to you, some of those NBA in-season tournament courts are horrendous. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Some of them are horrendous, but some of them actually do look really good. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them do look good. Some of them look crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical on the in-season tournament in the beginning. It's only been like I think it's only been 2 games, maybe like 2 or 3 games. I'm telling you, man, some of these games are fire. These games are getting into it. Guys are getting competitive. People are playing basketball, and it's a lot of fun to watch, man. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see how it turns out later on when guys go to Vegas, go to compete for the NBA in-season tournament trophy. I know everybody talks about the money's not always there. The money ain't nothing, but just it's gonna be good, man. I think the NBA did their thing with this one. I think it's on the trajectory of being a really good thing for the NBA, man. Just like the play-in. I think the play-in is really good for the NBA. It gives guys more of a chance, win or go home type stuff. And I think the NBA in-season tournament is going to be the exact same thing. I think it's going to be really fun. It's already really fun to watch, man. Just to talk about some of the NBA in-season tournament games. The Rockets beat the Pelicans 104-101. That game was back and forth. Pelicans were winning most of the time, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram. But the Rockets came back, man. Rockets started to come back. Rockets started to play well. My boy Jalen Green, 25 points. Sengun had 24. Fred VanVleet had 20. They were really going back and forth. That boy Hawkins, man, Jordan Hawkins, the rookie out of UConn that just won his chip last year for the Pelicans, was balling. BI was balling. Zion had a 20-point game. Man, it was just really competitive, and it was really fun to watch. Rockets are actually on a 5-game win streak now. Rockets are 5-3. Rockets really starting to come into their own. They had a little rough start to the season. Like I said, man, I think the Rockets could really make some noise this year. They might make the play-in. I think the most I see them doing is like the 10th spot, maybe even 9. But the West is tough. But I definitely think Ime Udoka is gonna, get these guys into shape, really get them going. I love the pieces that they have, and I think they're gonna be a good team. The next NBA in-season tournament game I want to talk about was the other day was Dallas versus the Clippers. The Dallas Mavericks beat the Clippers 144-126. My God, that was nuts. They won off almost a 20-point blowout. They were up by 30 at one point. Clippers started to come back a little bit. Luka had 44, 6, and 6. Luka just I'm not gonna say Luka owns the Clippers, but Luka loves playing against the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie to you, because Luka always gotta have a big game against the Clips. Always gotta play good. Oh, he dropped a 40 ball, 46 and 6. It's crazy. Meanwhile, he's averaging I think almost 38 and 8 on the year. So Luka's been wild, and Kawhi had 26. James Harden and Russell Westbrook have 14 each. They're 0-3 since the James Harden trade. Talk about the Clippers real quick. I understand Ty Lue. I respect Ty Lue for starting all those boys. I think Bones Highland coming off the bench is great. Terrence Mann coming off the bench is great. But I think with Harden and Westbrook, it kind of worked in Houston a little bit here and there, but not with these caliber of players, man. I think one of them got to suck it up. One of them got to come off the bench. And I don't know who it's going to be. Whatever Ty Lue does. They were winning. Clippers were winning games when it was Russ and Bones Highland in the backcourt. I'm not saying James Harden got to come off the bench. I think I've said that before. but I really don't know how it's going to work out. I think the Clippers lost a lot of defensive depth in that James Harden trade, which is really tough. But I think Clips could turn it around. Definitely, it's only been 3 games. They're still trying to work out with the Kinks, still trying to figure out how Harden plays and stuff like that. So I think it's only going to take time. I think if you give them time, I think the Clippers are going to figure it out. Ty Lue's definitely going to figure out a good rotation of guys. Um, to the point where he can still keep that starting lineup. I think that starting lineup is phenomenal. I think it's good on paper, but when you watch them play games, it's a little bit tough. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think Ty Lue's definitely gonna figure it out when it comes to the starting lineup. I love the starting lineup. It looks really good on paper. I think, yeah, man. At this point, like they're 0-3. They lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Mavs. But you gotta, I don't know, man. At this point, you just gotta trust Ty Lue. Ty Lue is their coach. Ty Lue's won a championship. He's a great coach, one of the best coaches in the NBA right now. And he's like, you gotta trust him at this point to figure out what's gonna happen with those clips. Excuse me. Just to talk about the last NBA game I want to talk about for the NBA in-season tournament, that was really fun to watch. It was actually last week. I know a lot of you guys watched it. Was the Bucks and the Knicks? Bucks won off a 5-point game. Bucks won by 5. This guy for the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 45 points, was carrying these Knicks. Not carrying, but yeah, carried. He was playing really good. A lot of the guys were having double-digit rebounds and helping him out on the glass. It was just like, it was really good, man. It was really fun to watch. The battle between Brunson and Dame. Dame had 30. Giannis had 22. Bucks came out with the win, 110, 105. I'm pretty sure I said that already. But it was just fun to watch Jalen Brunson and Damian Lillard go back and forth in the fourth quarter. Brunson was getting his buckets. Dame was responding. Dame was hitting tough shots and ones, getting to the rim, shoot from the three-point line. Yeah, man, it was just like that game was just fun to watch. Bucks are now 5-3. You know, they working out the kinks. Talk about the Bucks real quick. Their offense looks a little bit stagnant. Like they all just look at Dame and Giannis, be like, all right, go ahead. Like, but their defense is terrible. Like they have no perimeter defense. They have interior defense with Giannis and Brook, but I'm pretty sure most of y'all saw that clip of Malik Beasley just standing there watching Tyrese Halliburton walk by. Like that was, I don't know if that was a 2K lag. I don't know if that was anything, but that was terrible. Like that was really bad. So it was just like watching that happen. I was like, yo, these guys they need better defense. They're probably gonna look into the buyout market. Hopefully a little later on they're going to look into the buyout market, get some perimeter defenders, but you definitely do got to give the Bucks time, let them get into the groove of their things. Adrian Griffin, a new coach, you got to let them figure it out. Chris Middleton in and out the lineup, you definitely don't want that for one of your star players. Chris Middleton is one of their guys. He's the third guy in their big three, so you definitely got to you pray that Middleton gets healthy. He's definitely going to be one of the X factors on their team. Because Giannis gonna get his, Dame is definitely gonna get his. If anybody knows it, I know it. And yeah, man, like it's gonna be tough. This Milwaukee Bucks team is still gonna be a really good team. I just really question their defensive abilities, man. Like Malik Beasley, we thought was gonna be able to play defense. Really can't play. He's really not the guy he's used to being. When you look at Jay Crowder's not the guy that everybody thought he was going to be. Well, that he used to be. Jay Crowder's not that guy. Brooks going to bring the defense. Pat Connaughton, he's an okay defender. There's no Drew Holiday. There's no Jalen Carter. There's no Grayson Allen. There's no nobody. And we all know Dame's not known for his defense. Dame's not a defender. And they just really need to, like, I don't know, man. This Milwaukee Bucks team, their defense is just not good. It's not good at all. Like it's bad. So if they want a chance to get anywhere, they're gonna have to get that together. Okay, but in overall sense, the NBA in-season tournament, I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I think it's cool, man. I think it's great. I think it's good for the NBA. I can't wait till like not really playoffs, but like when the seeding starts happening and like guys start going to Vegas and like competing for an NBA in season tournament cup, whatever championship, whatever. Just know, as much as guys like the NBA in season tournament, the WNBA did it first with the Commissioner's Cup. So I hope everybody knows when it comes to the NBA in season tournament, the WNBA started that. I hope y'all know that. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Next topic on the NBA. Next piece of the NBA topic I want to talk about is the rookie watch. I've been watching a lot of games these past 2 weeks on my spare time. And I just want to talk about three of the rookies that standing out to me right now. Obviously, everybody's talking about him, the number one pick, Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama, 19 points per game, 8.6 rebounds per game, 2.6 blocks per game. It's crazy. And I'm pretty sure, like before the season started, I said that when it comes to Victor, I think Victor's floor, he's going to be an elite rim protector, and it's good because he's already showing that. He's already showing that he's going to be an elite rim protector in this league. I mean, being a rookie, being that tall, averaging 2.6 blocks per game is crazy. And but he does have to limit his turnovers. I feel like he does a little too much on the court sometimes. He's averaging 3.4 turnovers a game. Like that's huge. Like, bro, you got to calm down. And I feel like he's not even the main ball handler on that team. You have guys like Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. Like, dude, there's no reason why you should be turning the ball over like that. And like, it's just he's got to calm down. He's got to definitely bring that number down. But other than that, he's been playing really well. His breakout game was really against Phoenix when he had 38 points, 10 rebounds, 2 block shots, playing against one of the premier scorers in the league, and Kevin Durant. I understand that they lost, but playing against a guy like Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns in your rookie year and putting up 38 is no joke, man. Like Victor's really holding his own. Right now, it looks like he's been the favorite for rookie of the year. That's only because Scoot is hurt, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Scoot was my pick for rookie of the year in the beginning of the season, but Scoot's been hurt. There's really no timetable when he's gonna come back, so I hope he comes back well. But Victor, it has been the favorite lately. Victor's been killing. Victor's been doing really well. Let's just hope he can contain it, and if he can bring those turnovers down, I don't see why he can't win rookie of the year. And then another rookie I want to talk about, the second overall pick is Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller, I definitely want to talk about, averaging 13 points per game, 4.4 rebounds for the Charlotte Hornets. He's really been, I think when he plays, he's really been a great complementary piece to LaMelo Ball. Because they're pick and pop. LaMelo loves to drive, kick. He loves to shoot. Brandon Miller loves to shoot the ball. So I think they've been like a match, not a match made in heaven, but they've been playing really well together. Brandon Miller's breakout game, to me, I didn't remember who they played. 26 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 53% from the field, 50% from 3-point range, and 100% from the free throw line. Like, those are really good percentages. He had a good game, 26 points, 6 rebounds, even had 2 blocks, and I think he had a steal. So I think Brandon Miller's starting to come into his own as well. He's starting to get used to the pace and where the Hornets play. They're a run, gun, young team. I think him alongside LaMelo Ball, I think is great for the both of them. I think they're really good. I think they're going to be a good duo in these coming years. So Brandon Miller's coming into his own. I could definitely see him making an all-rookie team. I understand it's early in the year, but I think it's only up for the gentleman, man. I think for the kid. I think he's going to be good. And just to talk about my third rookie I want to talk about is Asar Thompson, man. Asar is for the now when I say Asar, I'm talking about the one that plays on the Detroit Pistons, because he's got a brother that plays in Houston as a man. Asar is averaging 11 points per game and 10 rebounds and 1.9 block shots and 1.3 steals. He's really showing on this team that he can play defense. even Asar, when he played against Phoenix, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and 4 steals. This Detroit Pistons team, I'm going to talk about. I don't know if most of y'all saw the clip. One of my breakout teams, the Detroit Pistons. I think the Detroit Pistons are going to make a playing game, maybe even make the playoffs. And I think Asar is going to be one of their main factors. I've spoken about Jalen Duren, 19-year-old kid. 19-year-old kid in a grown man's body. Like he putting up Dwight Howard numbers. Sar's playing really well, as you can see, averaging a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, big block shots guy. Their whole team block shots. I think they're going to be they're a great team. The Detroit Pistons, 1.3 steals. You see it. Like, if you guys watch the Pistons games, I know I saw it the first game of the season when they played the Miami Heat, because I'm a Miami guy. Watching them play the Miami Heat was nuts. Like, they were just blocking shots, getting steals. Like, they're big, they're physical, they're young, and I love the way they play. And this leads into the next topic of my next segment of the basketball topic. Jesus, I can't speak. Is breakout players. My first breakout player I have is Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham in the first game against the Miami Heat dropped a 30 ball, I think 8 assists, and he had like 4 rebounds. Cade Cunningham, what he's producing this year is what we were supposed to get last year. Cade Cunningham is my vote for the most improved player of the year because, his rookie year, he was on and off, didn't win rookie of the year. He was like third in voting or second in voting, whatever. Scotty Barnes won over Cade and Evan Mobley. But what we were supposed to get last year from Cade is what we're getting this year from Cade. Cade Cunningham is averaging 23.7 points per game at 7.1 assists per game. His best game he played against Milwaukee. He had 33, 8, and 8. Cade Cunningham is a 6'8" point guard, and he's doing his thing. He's getting to his spots, shooting the mid-range over people, getting it out to his shooters, getting it out to guys in the paint. Cade Cunningham is a great player to watch. I love the kid. I think he's going to be so great in this league. He's got the size. He's got the dribble ability. He's got all of it. He's pretty good on the defensive end. He can defend, and like, I'm telling you, man, with the pieces that this Detroit Pistons team has, with the coach of Monty Williams, a championship pedigree coach, he went to the Western Conference Finals. He knows what it takes to win. And I don't see why this team can't make a play-in, possibly a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. I'm telling you, man, when you look at Cade Cunningham, I think he's my breakout player. He's one of my favorite breakout players this year. And just to talk about 2 other guys who play on the same team, Tyrese Maxey and Kelly Oubre Jr. for the Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey, I'm pretty sure we all said he's going to be a breakout player, especially with the departure of James Harden. Tyrese Maxey, 25, 26 points per game, 7.5 assists, playing alongside Joel Embiid. Tyrese has really been able to roam free, push the pace of the ball when he gets it on a fast break. He's been able to do his own things. Him, Tobias, Joel, Kelly Oubre Jr., multiple 20-point per game scorer. He's averaging 16.3 points per game, 5 rebounds. He's always been up there in steals. He's coming off the bench for the Sixers. Now I think he's starting, though, with an injury to I forgot who it was. But I saw him in the starting lineup the other day. But yeah, Maxey and Oubre are really just having fun in this Sixers organization with Coach Nick Nurse and the reigning MVP and Joel Embiid. I think the Sixers team with these 2 guys and Joel Embiid, I don't see why their floor is probably second round. But unfortunately, I don't want to say their ceiling is second round because the Philadelphia 76ers can never get past the second round. They can never make it to an ECF. They can never make it to a finals. Like, as long as Joel Embiid is healthy, I don't see why they can't. But it's also hard to say that they can because they've never done it. So it's really hard to predict what's going to happen with this Philadelphia 76ers team. So it's really tough. But just talk about my last breakout player, man. I know most of y'all gonna be mad that I talk about him, but I'm gonna talk about him. You know, it's a basketball topic. It can't be a basketball topic without me talking about the Miami Heat. One of my breakout players, obviously before he got injured the other day, is Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is averaging 22.9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. He had a 35 he had 35 points against Milwaukee. Tyler Hero has been one of the best things on offense when it comes to this Miami Heat team. When you watch Miami Heat games, we run a lot of our offense through Bam and through Tyler. Tyler's been playing really well. I just said his stats. He had a 35 ball against Milwaukee, and obviously, the Washington Wizards are looking like one of the worst teams in basketball. But Tyler Hero had 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. He had a close to a triple double, so he's really improving himself as a passer. His turnovers are not that high, not as high as they used to be. He's always been a good rebounding guard. And just to talk about a stat that somebody posted the other day, the only players this season with more than 150 points, 30 rebounds, and 30 assists is Luka Doncic, one of the triple double guys, Nikola Jokic, a triple double machine, and the third guy is Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is in great company there with two guys that just almost, one guy that almost averages a triple double in Luka Doncic, and the third guy who averages a triple double and who's a reigning MVP player in Nikola Jokic and former NBA champion and Finals MVP who just won last year. If we're talking, Tyler Hero's in good company. I'm not saying he's that caliber of player, but if we're looking at Tyler Hero and he's putting up numbers like these guys are, obviously before the injury, I hope everything works out with Tyler. I hope he comes back really well. Putting up the same numbers. They said he's going to be out at least 2 to 3 weeks. If Tyler Hero can come back and put up those same amount of numbers, maybe even a little bit more, I don't see why we can't talk about Tyler Hero really being the third piece of this Miami Heat team, because everybody knows about Bam, Jimmy Butler, and then now I don't see why we can't talk about Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is a really great player in this league, and I'm tired of y'all shitting on him. I'm so serious. I'm sorry to curse on my own show, but I'm tired of people shitting on Tyler Hero. Like, it's crazy. Like, y'all need to watch Miami Heat games, watch this guy play, and watch what he does when he comes back from injury. Yeah, but that's going to wrap it up for the basketball topic. My next segment I'm going to go into the NFL segment of the show. So just to start off with the NFL, I have my mid-season awards. We're about to go into week 10. Actually, week 10 already started. We just had a Thursday game. Chicago Bears won by 3 points. They won 16-13 against, I forgot who it was, honestly. But not yet. Just to talk about my NFL mid-season awards. I'm gonna go from bottom to top. Not really bottom, but they're still awards. My defensive rookie of the year is Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, drafted out of Georgia, plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. He came into this league when the Eagles, let go of a couple of guys, but then brought in some of these Georgia guys, and Jalen Carter has been the standout of these guys. Jalen Carter's been really well. He's been playing great for this Eagles team, and he's one of the big reasons why that this Eagles team has the number 1 record in the NFL. Like, I believe they're 8. The Eagles are 8-1. And they're playing really well. They're playing great. Jalen Hurts obviously doing his thing. A.J. Brown doing his thing. Smitty doing his. DeAndre Swift's been great for this team. But Jalen Carter is nobody to sleep on. Jalen Carter has been very great for this team. On the line, playing great. And yeah. Talk about the offensive rookie of the year. This is a no-brainer. It goes to the quarterback of the Houston Texans and C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud is a stud. C.J. Stroud this year, everybody thought the Texans were going to be really bad, one of the worst teams in the NFL. It actually looked like they could possibly make a playoff spot. They could maybe win their division. C.J. Stroud, Texans are 4-4, 2,270 yards for the season, 14 touchdowns, 1 rush touchdown, and 1 interception. 14 TDs, and 1 interception. There was I believe a 7-game streak where the kid was playing and didn't have an interception. And he's a rookie. He's playing his part. He's finding guys. He's getting guys open. He's finding guys in his spots, and he's slinging the ball. CJ Stroud is one of the best and one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch in this league. The kid's a stud. And that's why he's easily the offensive rookie of the year. I think if Arthur Smith wasn't being so weird in Atlanta, it would be Bijan. But I don't trust that guy, Arthur Smith. He's been really weird, doesn't play Bijan, whatever. CJ Stroud, offensive rookie of the year, no doubt about it. Defensive player of the year. I think it goes to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett has always been that guy. And this year, the Browns are proving it. The Browns are 5-3. Their defense is mainly I understand Deshaun hasn't always been that guy. Their backup is okay. But the Browns defense is mainly the reason why they're winning games. And the highlight of that Browns defense is Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett has one of the highest percentages of being doubled at the line of scrimmage. And he's still getting to guys. He's still getting to the quarterback. He's still getting his sacks. Oh, excuse me. Myles Garrett is one of the best defensive players we have in this league. Him, TJ Watt, Aaron Donald, I'm telling you, Myles Garrett is my defensive player of the year. Now, offensive player of the year. This one is easy as well. It's Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins are 6-3. Tyreek Hill has 69 receptions, already has 1,076 yards in the halfway point of the season. I don't see why he can't get to 2,000. He has 8 touchdowns, and he's averaging 15.6 yards a catch. He's really been one of Tua's favorite targets. He's really been Tua's outlet guy, and now that Tua's healthy this year, Tyreek Hill has been really feeding off of Tua. So I don't see why Tyreek Hill is not going to win Offensive Player of the Year. If I almost picked Christian McCaffrey, but Christian McCaffrey has been hurt. Brock Purdy's been okay. Brock Purdy's had his up and downs, but for right now, it's Tyreek Hill. I don't see why I don't see why Christian McCaffrey can't turn his season around and then come back and maybe win this award. But if Tyreek Hill keeps up with this production, then there's no way that nobody's going to beat out Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's been that guy doing his thing. He's showing it. They're winning games. They're winning games because of him. And yeah, Tyreek Hill's out there doing his thing. And the last award for the NFL midseason awards, the MVP for me, it goes to my first pick in the beginning of the season. It's Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, they have second best record in the NFL. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL. Actually, not one of the best. I think they're the best team in the NFL. The Ravens defense is so great. They have Roquan Smith, who's been really good. I forgot the guy's name who's leading the league in interceptions. Their defensive line is so good. They're getting to the quarterback. They're getting interceptions. Like the Ravens defense is just blowing out teams. Like they're really playing well. The Ravens are 7-2. Lamar Jackson, 1,954 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 5 rushing touchdowns. So he's got 14 in total. Lamar Jackson's been – everybody was talking about Lamar can't pass, Lamar can't this. No, Lamar's been doing his thing. Only 3 interceptions on the year is great, especially at the halfway point. 9 touchdowns, everything. Lamar's been great, especially with the on and off injuries of Odell Beckham Jr., Zay Flowers has been really shown to be one of his favorite, Lamar's favorite targets. Mark Andrews has always been that guy. Despite the injuries at running back, they still have Gus Edwards, who's been playing really well. I just think this Ravens team as a whole, I don't see why they can't go to the Super Bowl. Like maybe if they play the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I don't know, man. Like this Baltimore Ravens team is so good. They're so fun to watch, and Lamar is the guy behind them. Lamar is my vote. Lamar has always had my pick to win the NFL MVP of this season. All right, and on to the last segment of the show. The last piece of the show, last NFL topic. NFL Week 10 predictions. Like I said, Thursday already happened, so I'm gonna go off of Sunday's games and Monday's game. So Sunday at 9:30 in the morning, you got Colts and the Patriots. I've never been high on the Patriots this year. They have won a couple games, but I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts. I just think they're a little bit of a better team. I'm not crazy on Mac Jones, and yeah. All right, 1 p.m. You got the Texans and the Bengals. Now the Bengals have been playing really well ever since the bye week and Joe Burrows came back from injury. They're 5-3. They've been looked really good, but I still think the Texans can pull out the upset. I think the Texans have been playing really great football the past couple games. Like I said, CJ Stroud has been really great this whole year. And I think this would be like a staple win for him if CJ Stroud can come out and beat this Cincinnati Bengals team, outplay Joe Burrow, which is hard. I'm not saying Joe Burrow's a scrub. I'm not saying it'll be easy to outplay Joe Burrow, but I think they can do it. I think I put the Texans to win, and we'll see what happens with that. Steelers Packers. I got the Steelers. Shout out to my boy Ryan, big Steelers guy. I thought Jordan Love was going to be better in the beginning of the season. I even apologized, bro. I'm taking my apology back. Like, bro, he hasn't been great. He's had a decent offensive line. The defense has been playing decent. He just like he just hasn't put them over the hump. When you look at Jordan Love hasn't been playing good since the first like 2 or 3 weeks. So unfortunately, I gotta go with the Steelers. I understand people. George Pickens been talking about free me. Da, 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 da. I don't know what's going on over there in Pittsburgh, but I trust Mike Tomlin. I trust that defense. Highsmith, T.J. Watt. You got Najee there. He's had an up and down year. Deontay Johnson. Kenny Pickett. Okay, but I'm still picking the Steelers to win this game. Next game, you got Titans Bucks. This is actually kind of tough. I think I got to go with the Titans because I can't believe I just picked Titans. I think Will Levis is good. He showed out in his first game, but then the second game, it didn't look too hot. But I still think if Will Levis can do that in the first game he started, I don't see why he can't repeat his performance. And yes, Baker's been okay. Baker's been good for this Bucks team. Mike Evans has been great, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna lean with the rookie and see what happens. Browns Ravens. This is gonna be a tight one, but I gotta go with the Ravens because their defenses are great. I just talked about Myles Garrett winning Defensive Player of the Year. I just talked about Lamar winning MVP. I just talked about how the Ravens have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Their whole team has been really good. But I got to go with the better team. I got to go with the Baltimore Ravens because they don't have Deshaun. The Browns don't have Deshaun, and Deshaun has not been playing up to par. I don't know why. I think he's probably got an injury because there's been a lot of dead balls that he's been throwing, which just don't look good. Something's going on over there with him, but I don't know what's going on over there with him. I don't know if he's playing this week, but we'll see what happens. I still think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be really good battle of the defenses, and we'll see what happens. I'm still voting for the Ravens, though. Ravens are taking my pick. Next game, you got Jags, Niners. The Jags have been on a heater lately. The Niners are on a 3-game losing streak, but I do think that stops here. I'm going to go with the Niners. I still think the Niners are a really good team. They've been playing bad these last 3 games, but still, And the Jags have been playing well, but I think it flip flops here. I think the Niners get the win, and the Niners start to pick it back up. Kyle Shanahan does not like to lose 4 in a row. I mean, who likes to lose? Period. But still, so I think they're gonna come out and they're gonna win. Saints Vikings. No Kirk Cousins. No Josh Dobbs. I gotta go with the Saints. Saints have a better defense, even though I just saw the news about Michael Thomas. Even I heard the news about Michael Thomas just got arrested. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Saints because they have Alvin Kamara. They still got Chris Olave, Derek Carr. Their defense has been, up and down, but I don't trust this Vikings team. This Vikings team is full of injuries. I think Jettas might come back this week. I don't know, but this Vikings team is just not looking good. The injury bug has been really killing them all year. And Kirk Cousins has been playing out of his mind lately, but I think they said towards ACL, towards meniscus, or Achilles. I don't remember, but that Kirk Cousins injury was really bad. That sucks. On to the 4:05 games. You got the Falcons and the Cardinals, battle of the mids. Even though I don't trust Arthur Smith, I'm still going to go with the Falcons. The Falcons are a better team. But they did say Kyler Murray might play this week. So I think if Kyler Murray plays, I think the Cardinals win. If K1 does not play, I'm going to go with the Falcons because they're actually doing what I said they should have done from the beginning. They're starting Taylor Heineke, and Taylor Heineke is better than Desmond Ridder. So I don't see why they can't win this game, especially when you have weapons like Drake London, Kyle Pitts. If Arthur Smith would play Bijan, not Tyler Algier, like, come on now. Like, still, I think the Falcons can win this game, especially with everything going on with the Cardinals. But, yeah, next game, Lions, Chargers. I'm going with the Lions. I think the Lions are a better team. I'm not a Charger guy. Everybody says I'm a Justin Herbert hater. I'm officially saying it on my show. I don't like Justin Herbert. I know you guys saw it on the show I was on before. Shout out to the Diving Deep show. But Justin Herbert is not that guy. And if he loses to Jared Goff, I'm going crazy. I'm telling you right now. If Jared Goff outplays and wins the game against Justin Herbert, I don't want to hear nothing. That's all I'm saying right now. That's the last thing I'm going to say about that. So I got the Lions winning. On the 4:25 game, Giants, Cowboys, I'm going with the Cowboys. The Giants have too many injuries. They haven't looked really good. And, yeah, losing Daniel Jones sucks. Saquon hasn't looked the same since injury. Tyrod Taylor's out. Darren Waller's out, so it's kind of tough. But still, I'm going with the Cowboys. Next game, Commanders, Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks. I think Geno's going to have a bounce-back game. They didn't play really well. They played okay last week. They didn't play that great. Geno didn't look that good. But I think Geno's on a bounce-back this week. I do like Sam Howell, though. I'm not going to lie to you. The Commanders have a decent team. But losing Chase Young to the Niners is crazy. I completely forgot about that. Wow, I can't believe I didn't talk about that. But, yeah, Chase Young to the Niners, that's crazy. Their defense is so good. Chase Young, Fred Warner, Denzel Ward, like, bro, like, I don't think it's Denzel Ward. I think Denzel Ward plays for Cleveland. I don't remember what Ward it is that plays in the Niners. But when you have a young stud in Chase Young and you have a Hall of Famer and Fred Warner is just nuts to me. Like, that's another reason why I'm picking the Niners to beat the Jags. Like, but yeah, Seahawks over Commanders. I do like the Commanders though, but we'll see what happens. Sunday Night Football, Jets, Raiders. I'm not picking a team because these are my two favorite teams that I love to watch. I love the Jets. I'm from New York. I love the Raiders. I've liked Derek Carr since he came in the league. He made me become a Raiders fan, and Monday Night Football, Jets, Raiders. I'm definitely not saying anything during this game. It's like when the Heat and Knicks play. I don't say nothing. I keep my mouth shut. I just wish for competitive basketball, competitive football, same thing. And whoever wins, I'm cool with that. Monday Night Football, you got the Broncos and the Bills. I already circled the Bills. I think the Broncos are not tanking for Caleb. I think Russell Wilson's having a better year. I don't think they should tank for Caleb. I'm pretty sure I've said that on my past show, like on past episodes. But the Bills are just the Bills, man. The Bills are really good. Losing those guys on defense is hard, but you still have Josh Allen, you still have Stephon Diggs, and you still have some of those guys. So my vote is the Buffalo Bills, man. But yeah, and just to talk about stuff that's other stuff that's going on in the sports world, college basketball is back, y'all. The NCAA is here. Make sure you guys are watching, and that also counts for women's basketball too. Women's basketball is back. Women's college basketball is so fun to watch. You got Caitlin Clark, the super team they have at LSU, even though they lost their first game, they got spanked. You got Angel Reese, Haley Van Lith. I said Caitlin Clark. The girls at UConn, Paige Buchers is back. I understand she had an 8-point game, whatever. I'm so glad that she's playing basketball again. She played really well last year. And like when you look at the men's side, there's going to be so many great draft picks to look out for. I've been watching a couple games. My favorite college team is Syracuse. My boy Judah Mintz over there is killing 26 points last game. They've been playing really well. So, yeah, man, other sports going on. Everything's pretty calm down. It's all football, basketball, college, and college and pros and college basketball and football going on right now. I love it. Make sure y'all stay tuned for men's and women's NCAA. And that's going to wrap it up for episode 12 of the Trophy Room podcast. I hope y'all like the video. I'm definitely trying to post more frequently, back to the way it was before. Yeah, y'all. Make sure y'all follow all the social media platforms above. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, follow me on, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. And last but not least, man, make sure y'all tell your friends.